Yeah. Yes. Yes. Welcome to another vlog. Welcome to another video. Right now with me, my name is Kudzi Madziro on this YouTube channel where I'm gonna talk again as I continue my series on Bulawayo. As I was in Bulawayo in January and February 2025. January and February 2025, I was in the city of Bulawayo. I was working. I was doing some business in the city of Bulawayo, and I was staying or living in one of the hotels on the main street in Bulawayo. So I'm gonna continue again on the series, Bulawayo series. So I call them Bulawayo series, Bulawayo series. We are gonna talk about things that interested me in Bulawayo or that surprised me in Bulawayo or things that shocked me in Bulawayo. This is what I'm gonna talk about in this vlog or in this video. So I saw a lot of sex workers in this city of Bulawayo, a lot of sex workers. And you know what I mean when I say sex workers. You know right there in your mind, in your brain, you know what I'm trying to talk about or what I'm trying to convey when I say sex workers. So I saw a lot of them, which is something I've never seen in Harare or in Kwekwe or in any Zimbabwean town or Zimbabwean city. Talk of Kwekwe, talk of Kadoma, talk of Chegutu, talk of Gweru, talk of Masvingo, talk of Bedbridge, talk of even this capital city, Harare. I've never seen something to that level or to that magnitude. I've never seen it. Was so alarming. It was so surprisingly very shocking. A lot of sex workers at night in Bulawayo. Why? 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 People in Bulawayo. Shona, Ndebele, foreigners in Bulawayo. Why? I saw a lot of sex workers at night in the main street and some other smaller streets, a lot of them at night from 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., deep into the night, deep into the ungodly hours. I was very surprised. So at first, my friends told me, the guys I was working with or staying with at this hotel, at this lodge, they told me, do you know that there are a lot of things that happen in Bulawayo, including this one of sex workers? I'm like, what? What are you saying? Man, come on. They said, yeah, there are a lot of things that happen in this city, so you have to be very careful. So they were admonishing me to be careful, to be very cautious with my life, so that I don't fall into these traps of the night or to these ladies of the night. So one day and another day, I decided to sit for myself, like trying to do a social research. Because one thing that I like personally to do is to research things. I like to sit for myself and research because I'm a researcher myself. I told you that I was at the university and most of my academic work was based on research. I was at the university in South Africa under the Zimbabwe Presidential Scholarship Program, and one responsibility of my academic work was based on research. So I like to research a lot of things. So I'm a researcher. So I decided to do a social research when I was there in Bulawayo in January to February 2025. I stayed there for 3 good weeks, 21 days. 21 days. I was there in the city of Bulawayo. So around evening tonight, 8, 9, 10, 11 p.m., I decided to see these things. I went on the main street, then I went behind a main street to another smaller street, then I went to another street. I saw a lot of these sex workers. I'm like, what? The whole street behind the main street. There's another street. I forgot the name. I saw a lot of them lining up that street. Then I went to another street again. I saw a lot of them lining up that street. Then I went to another street again. I saw a lot of them lining up that street. I'm like, what is happening here? So I saw with my very own eyes a lot of these sex workers in Bulawayo. A lot of them, plenty of them in the city of Bulawayo. Then I began to research. I began to ask around in the city of Bulawayo. Wherever I was going, as I was doing my business, I was doing my work. I began to ask any person, no matter the gender, no matter the age group, no matter the occupation, profession. I was asking because I'm a researcher. So I began to ask a lot of things. And another important thing, when I was in Bulawayo, I went to a lot of places in the city of Bulawayo. I remember I went to Nyati, I went to Nyamandlovu, I went to Esgodini, I went to Matopos, I went right around the city of Bulawayo, all the parts, Ngulumane, Mzilikazi. I went to Pumula South, Pumula North. Yeah, the city center, the CBD, I was everywhere in the city of Bulawayo. So I was able to talk, mingle, either girls or men or elder women, elder men. I was talking, I was asking a lot of questions. Then they told me, now, in terms of the result, they told me that, why you see a lot of sex workers in the city of Bulawayo is because there's a lot of tourism that happens in the city of Bulawayo. A lot of tourists, they come and apply, or they come and do their things in the city of Bulawayo, en route or through to the city of Victoria Falls. So they showed me a road that, do you see this road? It goes to Victoria Falls. So foreigners, white people, local tourists from the country of Zimbabwe, from around Africa, from around the world, they come and do a lot of tourism. There are a lot of tourist attraction zones in Bulawayo, en route to Victoria Falls or through to Victoria Falls. So that's why you see there are a lot of these guys, these commercial sex workers. So when these tourists come, they want these sexual services, this sexual thing, or this sexual content, these sexual services, they want to access from these guys, from these people, from these ladies or women. So that's why you see this thing is booming and booming every time, every day, every week, every month, every year in the city of Bulawayo. This is what they told me. According to the results that I was gathering, the information that I was gathering as a researcher, as a prime researcher, as a premium researcher, this is what I got, the information that I got. Yeah. So they told me, there are a lot of tourists in Bulawayo as they go to Victoria Falls and see the falls in Victoria. I'm like, okay. So now, since it was my first time to go to Bulawayo, now I have knowledge, I've understood that, okay, it's because of tourism. It's because of tourists. A lot of them who apply their things there in the city of Bulawayo. So if you are like me and you're busy wondering, maybe you went to Bulawayo this year or whatever time and you saw these girls, women, ladies, these sex workers, a lot of them in whatever street in the Bulawayo CBD, Bulawayo town, Bulawayo city, and you were wondering why. So this is the reason that I found out from my research, social research in Bulawayo. When I was there for 3 weeks, this year, 2025, I was there. If you want evidence, I can give you all the evidence. I was there in Bulawayo. Reason number 2, why a lot of sex workers in Bulawayo, they told me, these people whom I was asking, of course, I'll not reveal their names. I'll not talk off their names, no. They told me that, you know what, Bulawayo is a different city in terms of finances, in terms of economics, in terms of even politics. So socially and economically speaking, Bulawayo experienced another level of poverty, level of poverty as compared to other Zimbabwean towns or Zimbabwean cities. I'm like, what? What are you saying? So one of them says, you know what, Kudzi? There's a lot of suffering that happens here in Bulawayo, a lot of suffering, a lot of struggling, a lot of poverty, abject poverty, acute poverty that happens in the city of Bulawayo, to a point, to a level, to the extent whereby these women, I don't know if they're Ndebele women or Shona or whatever tribe or from whatever country, I don't know, but said these sex workers, even though they were normal women, normal girls, normal ladies, they found themselves offering to sell their bodies to the general public, to these tourists, to these people in Bulawayo, the local people in Bulawayo, to the tourists. to the foreigners, everybody who is in Bulawayo or passing through Bulawayo, going to Victoria Falls. So this is what they told me, that Bulawayo is a different city. From if you see it from a social point of view, or economic point of view, or financial point of view, even political point of view, there's a lot of poverty, there's a lot of suffering, there's a lot of struggling that happens in Bulawayo. This is what they told me. So to the point that people see this sex thing as a business, as an enterprise, and they begin to market their bodies, sell their bodies. And some of them in the streets where I was going, some of them were like almost naked in the streets where I was going, just to see for myself, just to have first-hand information or first-hand knowledge. I saw some of these ladies even almost naked, these women almost naked, these girls almost naked. I'm like, yeah, what? It's serious, serious. So this is what I found out in the city of Bulawayo. Why so many sex workers? Something which I've never seen in all my life, in all my time in this country, Zimbabwe. In every town that I went to, Harare, Marondera, Masvingo, Gweru, Chegutu, Kadoma, Kwekwe, Bindura, Guruwe, Mvurwi, St. Albert, Centenary, Roshinga, Mount Darwin, Gutu. I've never seen something like that. Bedbridge, Mvuma. I've never seen something like this. What I saw in Bulawayo was on another level, on another pedestal, on another magnitude. So this is what they told me. There's a lot of tourism. There are a lot of tourists who come to Bulawayo, so they need these sexual services. Number two, there's a lot of poverty in Bulawayo, a lot of suffering, a lot of, which is something which may not be found in other Zimbabwean towns or Zimbabwean cities. This is what they told me. Like I told you, I'm a researcher, and I like to dig deep into why, what, which, when, whom. So this is what I found out in Bulawayo. But otherwise, I enjoyed my time in Bulawayo. I was so happy and excited by the grace of Jehovah God for me to be able to see Bulawayo before I die. Because before that, I was dreaming to go and see Bulawayo, second largest city in this country of Zimbabwe, second largest city in Zimbabwe. So I was dreaming to go to Bulawayo and see Ndebele people. And for the first time, practically speaking, I had a real chance to interact, socialize with the Ndebele people, or Ndebele people. Forgive my pronunciation. I had a chance to talk to them, speak with them, the girls, the women, the men, the boys, of whatever age, even the children. I was talking to them, I was socializing with them, I was playing with them. So I had a real chance to, so I was so happy. I'm like, okay, so these are Ndebele people, okay. These are Ndebele people, okay. So I was learning a lot about them. Then I saw this drama, I saw this thing. I'm like, what? Sex workers? Plenty like this, so many like this, why? And I began to dig, I began to ask, I began to research. And these were my results. So I remember I went to a place called Nyati. I went to another place called Nyamandlov. I went to another place called Esgodin. I went to another place called Matopos. Yo, I went to another ghetto. Is it a ghetto or location within Bulawayo called Pumula South, Pumula North? Yo, no. I saw a lot of suffering, human suffering, hunger, starvation, people starving. I saw a lot of poverty with my very own eyes. I'm like, yo, Ndebele people, they even suffer like this. They even struggle like this. I was surprised. I was very much shocked, very much surprised. So I can agree to the people who told me that there's poverty here in Bulawayo, in this Matabeleland region, Matabeleland province. Too much poverty, too much struggling, too much suffering. I can agree. I can subscribe to that information. I can subscribe to that knowledge. I can subscribe to those statements and words. I do support them. I do agree. From what I saw in Esgodin, Matopos, Nyati, Nyamandlov. Yo. Okay, so this is what I found out in Bulawayo myself. I'm not talking about reading from a book, of hearing from another person or from another somebody. I saw it myself, practically, in body and in flesh. I saw it myself. So many sex workers in Bulawayo, behind the main street, all those smaller Nyana streets, lining up every night, whether it's under cold weather or whatever weather. You see them there every day. I'm like, what? What? So this is the video coming to you live from me. What I saw in Bulawayo, January to February 2025. What I saw in Bulawayo, shocking, surprising stuff that I saw in Bulawayo. Oh, I'm feeling emotional right now. Is very concerning. It's very concerning, but God, Jehovah, will help us and people in Bulawayo. Remember to pray. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Let's discuss this thing further. Why? So many sex workers in Bulawayo. I'm signing out now. Sharp.